What's up everyone, Lex DeVille here, and this is the start of a new series we're going to do on how to become a freelance article writer. And we're going to run several videos in this playlist and try and give you a breakdown of some of what goes into it and what it's all about. In this video, we're going to talk about what is article writing, who can do it, and also where you can find article writing gigs. If that's something you're interested in, stick around. Hey minions, if you're new to the channel and you like what I have to say, then be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Only do this if you like what I have to say and if you want to hear more about freelancing, entrepreneurship, and personal world domination. Alright, so today we're talking about freelance article writing, how to become a freelance article writer. If you're brand new, you don't have any experience with this, you don't have a degree in creative writing or anything like that, can you get into this? Is this a skill for you? Is this going to make you money? That's what everyone ultimately wants to know. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you are ready for that, let's go ahead and dive in. So what is freelance article writing? And what is article writing? And what even is an article? Those are probably all questions that you might have if you're perusing this playlist and trying to think about getting into this skill. So first of all, an article. This is like, you see these all the time. They're like news blogs that come across your Facebook feed. There's articles, right? It's like a picture, it's got a headline that says something clickbaity that makes you want to click it. It's politically charged or whatever. It doesn't have to be a political article. It could be a fun piece of writing. It could be something entertaining or informative, like those science articles. If you get any of those, you click it and then it's a page of text and you read it and then you share it with friends or whatever. These could also be blog posts. So a lot of smaller bloggers do their own articles. Big news media websites are running articles every single day, but these are just pieces of informative or entertaining or politically charged or religious or whatever the topic is, stuff that they're putting out there. It's content. And companies need people to write this stuff for them. They can't be doing this all on their own. They don't have time for it. So they hire people to write it for them. And that's where freelance article writers come in. So as a freelance article writer, you write articles for people and you get paid for it. And if you want to go beyond freelance to just being an article writer, you might eventually get signed up with one of the bigger media blogs or one of the bigger companies to where you're doing it on a regular full-time basis as an employee, but you don't have to go that route. And personally, I don't like being an employee. I like the whole freelance route, so that's the way I would go. So that's pretty much it as far as what it is. You're just writing about topics, and you can choose a topic of interest to you. It could be weddings, it could be plumbing, it could be, I don't know, construction or travel or food or gaming or any different topic that you're interested in. There is somebody who needs articles written about that topic for them. So where can you do freelance article writing? How do you get started with it? Like, where do you go? That's the next question everybody has to know, right? So the places you go, I mean, the easiest places to get article writing gigs are the freelance platforms. Upwork, People Per Hour, Textbroker, Freelancer, maybe Guru, and there's a few other places out there. Actually, over on my website at lexdeville.com, there's a list of 100 plus freelance platforms that you can go check out, and I've got them broken down by industry so you can see the ones that are for article writers there if you feel like going by there, but you don't have to. Anyway, the freelance platforms are the place most people start. You can also go to non-freelance platforms such as LinkedIn. LinkedIn's not a traditional freelance platform, but they do have freelance stuff there. So you could work your way through there. You could go through Facebook. You could go through forums that are targeted towards specific businesses. You could go through Facebook groups. You can even go through Craigslist if you're ballsy. But I don't really recommend that route just because it's a little bit dangerous and there's a risk of not getting paid. There are a lot of places online. You can also go through the big media outlets. Even if you're not hired on as an employee through the big media companies, you can still send ideas to them. You can send pitches to them, and if they accept your idea and publish it, some of them will pay you for that work. So that is what freelancing is. And you're getting paid for stuff, but you're not an employee, so you don't have all the benefits of that. But if you're on this channel, you probably already know that. So who can do it? Who can actually be a freelance article writer? What does it take, and what do you need? Well, a couple things that are going to be really important to be an article writer is that you are fluent in your native tongue. Now, a lot of people are trying to get English article writing gigs because that's like most of the clients are asking for English article writing stuff. So if you're a native English speaker, you're going to have a really easy time picking up gigs as a freelance article writer as long as you have good spelling and grammar. Those are two important things. And your grammar doesn't always have to be perfect because there's different writing styles, but if you have really bad grammar, you don't know where a comma goes, you don't know where a period goes, you don't know when to capitalize the letter I, that's going to be a huge problem for you. And that's going to be one of the reasons why non-native English speakers have a really hard time with English article writing gigs and getting those at higher pay. So there are people who are non-native speakers who get article writing gigs, but often it's at lower pay, the $2 per article range or the $5 or even the $10 per article range. That's kind of where they get stuck. So if you are a native English speaker, you have a huge advantage in this area. This is going to be a big advantage for you. But if you're not a native English speaker, there's some things you can do. You can study English. You can study different English styles. You can study like technical styles or creative styles or just different styles of writing, professional styles, corporate styles, and then pick one of those and get good with it. And then that's going to give you an in to get in with articles. The same kind of holds true for everyone. So even if you are a native English speaker, it helps to have a specific industry in mind that you know how to write for. It helps to know what those people want from your writing, to research other blogs that are similar, other articles that have a similar style of writing, and then try to craft your stuff around that and for that specific type of audience. That's going to make it a lot easier for you to get hired for these gigs. But even if you don't have a degree, you don't need a degree to get into this. You don't need any experience whatsoever because you can write articles. You can just write articles. Like that's how you get samples. You can make your own articles, write some sample articles up about whatever topic you want. That becomes your portfolio. That's what you're going to send to clients in your industry to show them that you can do this stuff. So what about earning potential? How much can you earn as a freelance article writer? This is a big, wow, there's a lot of different ways we could go with this. But if you are a non-native English speaker, most likely, unless you've got a really awesome mindset, which some of you out there do, and I'm finding that out more and more by the day. If you got an awesome mindset, your earning potential is like through the roof. It's whatever you want it to be. Most freelancers who are non-native speakers, they earn between $1 and $10 per article. And those rates aren't really good, but depending on the country you live in, that could be all right pay. And so you got to keep that in mind. At the $10 article pay range, there are some ways you can scale up and reach maybe the six-figure level. And it's just a matter of being strategic about it. The more articles you take, the more chances you have. Let's say you're doing $10 articles. Well, because you're a freelancer, you're not an employee, you can work with as many clients as you want. So you do 20 articles a day. Let's say you do 20 articles a day across all your clients. You're making $10 per article. It's 500 words. That's $200 per day. And then you take that and you do that 7 days a week because you're a freelancer. You don't have to take weekends off if you don't want to. So that's a full-time income, and that's a pretty nice full-time income. Now, taking that situation, that works for freelancers who are non-native. And if you're a non-native with a good mindset, you can get up to higher rates. Or if you're a native English speaker, soon you'll be able to charge $25, $50, $100, even $200 or $300 per article. And you guys can go out there and look this up. This is standard pay rates for some of the bigger media websites. But let's just go with like 50. If you got up to $50 per article and you're taking 20 articles a day because you've got a bunch of different clients, that becomes a lot of money, right? So it quickly scales to six figures, and even at the lower ranges. So even if you're just making $10 an article, it can scale to six figures if you've got the right strategy, if you've got the right mindset for it. I just want you to know that. I'm not going to try and position all that stuff here in this video. I can't lay out the strategy for you, but it's out there for those who want to reach out and take it. Yeah. So that's pretty much a real quick introduction to freelance article writing. We're going to get into some more of the nitty-gritty details over the next several playlist videos, but I wanted to cover those key points. What is it? It's the articles that you see all over the place in all different industries and all different topics. Whatever topic you can think of, there's a place where you can write an article about it and get paid for it. Where can you do it? It's going to be the freelance platforms. It's going to be Upwork, People Per Hour, Freelancer, Textbroker, LinkedIn, maybe Indeed.com if you find the right places, Craigslist sometimes, Facebook groups, and niche forums are some of the places where you can find this work. Who can do it? It's going to be anybody who is native English. You're going to have a real easy time getting started as an article writer, even if you're not native English, as long as you're willing to offer something that clients would love. Like if you make an offer too good to refuse, then they're not going to refuse you, because that's what an offer that's too good to refuse is. It makes you too good to refuse. They can't refuse you. So they're going to hire you, and you're going to start making some of that money. And finally, the earning potential can be as low as you want it to be, or it can be as high as your mindset takes you. And if you have a really strong mindset, if you don't say no to anything, if you don't make excuses, if you're the kind of person who's not a victim all the time, if you are not a complainer, if you're not a whiner, if you're just a person who says, you know what, this is what I'm doing today. I'm going this direction, and I'm going to reach reach this goal, and nothing's going to stop me, then you're going to have a really awesome time, and you're going to be able to earn a lot of money as an article writer. So a lot of it comes to overcoming fears, overcoming personal motivation issues, and then just taking personal responsibility and accepting work, meeting with clients, getting on calls, saying, hey, how are you? And then here's my prices, and then taking those gigs. And then the more gigs you take and the more clients you work with, the more money you're going to make. So that's a quick introduction to it. I hope you have found this video helpful. If you did, please subscribe, click the notification bell so you get the rest of the videos in this playlist when I publish them. I'm Lex DeVille. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.